How's it going, everyone? I want to talk about a big rumor regarding the next PlayStation showcase, and the next one should be a pretty major one, so we'll talk about that. Also want to talk a little bit about a couple of PlayStation game updates. Wanted Dead has been delayed until early 2023, another game added to the early 2023 calendar, and also a brand new roguelite hack-and-slash action title will be coming to PlayStation 5 and 4 in 2023 in Tameless. We'll talk that at the end of this video, but first up, Nick from the Xbox Era podcast did talk a little bit about the PlayStation showcase that is coming up. He noted he doesn't know if it's 100% true, but the date that he's been hearing is September 8th, and he's been told that by multiple people, so we'll see if that comes to fruition, but September 8th does make a lot of sense given the fact that's right after the release of The Last of Us Part 1, so you're parlaying the success of that. I imagine it will be a pretty big success. I mean, we all know what to expect out of that, and it's right around the time of some other big events, but right before as well. The Disney event will be happening, Tokyo Game Show is right around that time, so Sony probably wants to get in there a little bit ahead of those and showcase their big stuff, and early September does make sense. I believe that was right around the date that big showcase last year happened. I know a lot of people really enjoyed the showcase last year. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't as crazy about it as most people, just because it was a ton of cinematic trailers. Like, yeah, Wolverine was cool, but you know, all we got was a cinematic trailer. Spider-Man 2, cool. Like, all we got was a cinematic trailer, and everybody knew that was in development. The God of War trailer was pretty cool, though. But I imagine that this will be a pretty major event. What I would assume out of this PlayStation showcase, Spider-Man 2 gameplay, potentially Wolverine gameplay. I don't know if they just want to let that simmer. I could easily see something like a Ghost of Tsushima 2 cinematic trailer. Doubt we'd see gameplay of that. But given what, it's been north of 2 years since Ghost of Tsushima was released, I wouldn't be too shocked about that. Horizon Forbidden West DLC could easily see something like that be announced, and also probably some new IPs, third-party stuff. You guys know the deal. Still waiting on a new Infamous game, Sly Cooper, but it seems like Sucker Punch isn't working on those titles, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Of course, Naughty Dog, outside of The Last of Us Part 1, they've got other stuff in the works. A brand new game, the multiplayer Last of Us expansion that they're working on as well, so there's a lot of stuff in the works that we don't know about. Guerrilla obviously probably working on Horizon 3, but the priority I would imagine would be to reveal the Horizon Forbidden West DLC, which seems like a foregone conclusion at this point. It seemed like everybody was happy with the PlayStation showcase last year around this time, so I imagine people would be happy with this one as well. The PlayStation showcases, the state of plays I should say, are a little bit different, and I would say for the most part it seems like people have been relatively unhappy with those this year, but nonetheless, the PS showcase I'm sure is going to be pretty major. Like, if we see Spider-Man 2 gameplay, that's already going to get people super excited. If we see something like Wolverine gameplay or Ghost of Tsushima 2, even getting a cinematic trailer, like, everybody knows Ghost of Tsushima 2 is probably going to happen, but just a cinematic trailer from what I've seen will get people excited. Like, it personally doesn't get me all too excited, just because, okay, it's a cinematic trailer, we can dissect it to our heart's content, but it doesn't really tell us a lot. But yeah, stuff like that is just gonna get people excited. Who knows what Bluepoint is working on? Would be really cool if we got like a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, but yeah, that's just me speculating, but I'm sure most people are gonna be happy with the next major showcase that PlayStation has, because they know what brought them to the dance. It's these big budget games that people are gonna get really excited about, the AAA titles. And that's usually what they save for these big showcases. Yeah, you'll have a state of play that's centered around Japanese games, and I remember when that happened earlier this year, people weren't all too excited about that. Although DioField Chronicle and Valkyria Elysium both got announced at that, at that state of play, so take it for what you will. Let's hope that showcase is just a few weeks away. I would imagine it'll be happening sometime in September, so a lot of people are going to be very excited about that. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to give you guys updates on a couple of games. Wanted Dead is a game that's not getting a lot of buzz, but it was scheduled for a release in 2022. However, it has been clarified that the game will be dropping on February 14th, 2023. So Wanted Dead is a brand new hybrid slasher and shooter from the makers of Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive. The game follows a week in the life of the zombie unit, an elite Hong Kong police squad on a mission to uncover a major corporate conspiracy. Play as Lieutenant Hannah Stone, a hard-boiled Hong Kong cop, and plow through mercenaries, gang members, and private military contractors in a spectacular cyberpunk adventure. The game notes hack and slash melee combat, use a wide variety of deadly moves, and dozens of unique finishers to slice and dice third-person shooter battle indoors and outdoors using a curated selection of projectile weapons, assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, and grenade launchers, brutal finishers, over 80 unique finishing moves, cyberpunk, a crazy mix of advanced weaponry and low-tech 90s retro futurism, gripping storyline, a truly hardcore experience, and beat 'em up the old school way, and a AAA love letter to the 6th generation of consoles. Wanted Dead, again, scheduled for release on February 14th. Looks like a pretty slick action game, so one that's not getting a lot of buzz, but something to keep your eyes on. Also, looks like a pretty bloody game, if that's your thing, but again, that'll be coming early 2023. Lastly, I do want to note the roguelite hack and slash action game in Tameless has been announced for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. This is scheduled for release sometime in 2023. We don't have an official release date yet, but we do have some notes about the game to talk about. Game's got a pretty throwback art style. Help a captured creature escape imprisonment in this exciting hack and slash adventure, and Vam take on the role of a young female of the Rosen race named Shell, who was imprisoned by humans and forced to mine metals in a cave alongside other helpless creatures. To secure her freedom, she'll join forces with Kimmy, the goddess of alchemy, and venture through the dangerous areas while fighting off monsters and the terrible King Grunt's army of kobolds. Recruit new allies, increase security at your headquarters, and upgrade your bombs and weapons in preparation of the great escape. Upon defeating King Grunt, a heavy choice awaits. Do you flee alone to finally taste freedom, or do you risk everything by returning and attempting to free your allies? The game notes face hordes of enemies with a variety of weapons and bombs. Use alchemy and interact with environment to activate traps, launch enemies into the air, set them aflame, or create your own tactics to achieve your goals. Create your own bombs and customize their effects. A simple change of the flask can turn an explosion into a barrier or cause a water bomb to burn the enemy. A dilemma awaits at your headquarters. Become the alchemist of your dreams, and so much more. Again, game's got a pretty interesting visual style. Might not be for everyone, but hack and slash action title that will be coming in 2023. And that is going to do it for me. Again, as far as the PlayStation Showcase goes, I would imagine it'll be happening sometime in September. Like, we are due for a pretty major event just because, you know, we're coming off the summer. A lot of different events have already happened. Microsoft had their big showcase, and a lot of other publishers have had their showcase. Sony's been relatively quiet. However, with Last of Us on the horizon, God of War coming out in a couple months, September makes a lot of sense for a big event to happen, just to get people excited about PlayStation as a whole, and especially as we head into the holiday season. You want to let people know if they're picking up a PlayStation, you know, what they have to be looking forward to. Wanted Dead, a brand new action title, will be coming on February 14, 2023. Slick action game there. We'll see how that turns out. Unfortunately, a bit of a delay, but hey, you know, Q4 of this year is already packed. Early 2023, getting even more packed, so that's pretty cool. And the roguelike hack and slasher Tameless will be coming to PS5 and PS4 in 2023. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.